All I'm saying is, if you're gonna tag me in photos on Facebook, don't do it with photos taken from a low angle where I look like a walrus.
Bri, is that Mom?
It's my mom.
Tell her I say hi, man.
DJ says hi. Okay, no more low angles. Thank you. I love you too. Bye. You, sir. Peep this.
Oh my God, Bri, this is crazy, man.
Crazy.
This needs to be a thing.
Insane, and it will be a thing. That will soon be on all your local supermarket shelves. And all you have to do is hit these performance benchmarks.
Yo, Brian, we
B,
gonna
what are
be
you
late.
doing here?
Got the Fresh Letter show tonight, man. Come
Hold
on.
up, you have a show tonight? You didn't tell me?
Man, DJ, you way too judgy of the sketches,
Man,
yo.
your sketches are too broad. They're not sophisticated enough.
Yo, not everything's gotta be a metaphor. Make you think, man. Just go with it. Come on, you asking way too many
You could
questions.
be a little more supportive. That's it. Don't think about that. Think about this. She ruined my whole thing where I turned it around. Okay, look at that. Performance benchmarks. Hit those, get that. Hit those, get that.
These look doable, Bri, but I mean, how am I gonna remember all these details?
Details, schmetails. I will text you them.
All right.
Look on your phone. Welcome to the real world.
Thanks, man.
Have a good day. Now, Mother. Acceptable angle? Horrible. I am the walrus. How many chins?
Hey, Mr. S.
Please, Mr. S was my father's name. Call me Spinelli.
Spinelli, but you're British.
That's right.
Okay.
Oh, you ain't gonna make it.
Hey, pause that real quick. Pause it. Oh, what's good, SK? What you doing here? What you need?
Be fresh so I can come over and play with you guys.
Yo,
said
it's
it'd be
all
cool.
good, Aaron. Come on in.
Yeah, man, it's all good. I don't mind.
I even grabbed some Mountain Dews.
Yeah, man. I guess I don't mind that either.
Exactly.
Hey, man, but since you coming through all the time, you should really bring up my analytics, bro. What do I have to focus on?
On-offs is where I start. Plus minus, on-offs. Netbox rating.
Yeah, man, all that sounds like German to me.
Could I grab one of those?
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. I'll just put it on your tab. Dude, I'm kidding, man. Relax, bro. You should really try some yoga, man. I feel like it would, de-stress you out, man.
Yeah, it's just that they don't. It's not like they're paying me top dollar. Nah, I don't want to be a mooch.
Mooch? Have you met B Fresh? What you mean they're not paying you top dollar, bro? You're good at your job.
Yeah, I mean, for every 3 guys that get drafted to the lottery, there's 1,200 math nerds wanting to calculate their value to the franchise. It's nothing cooler than saying you work for the NBA and he looks good on the resume, too, which is why I'd be making more as a school teacher. It's supply and demand. And to top it off, it's hard because a lot of people don't believe in what I do.
I believe in you.
Man, yeah, dude.
Thanks, B.
Enough for you to grab me one of those Mountain Dews.
I got you. Trying to make the man reach across the screen. What do you mean, though?
But it's the numbers, you know. It's too new school for the execs, coaches, even the people in the organization. They just don't believe in the data.
They probably don't believe in it because you're the only one that understands it, bro.
Yeah, but it's pretty simple though. You know, I say a guy is the on and offs. Like if a guy's scoring 20 points a night, but his team's giving up 1.5 points for every point scored.
Right.
Over the course of one game, it's hard to see. But in the whole season, the guy gets you beat.
We got it, man.
Yeah. But basically, even though he's putting out numbers where people are like, oh, he's really good, the on and offs tell you exactly how he's doing on and off the court. But it's hard to convince the coaching staff that this guy is really awful when he's scoring, 23 points a night.
Okay, so what are my on and offs?
They're really good.
For real?
What's up? That's what's up.
Hey, we made it, B!
On and off, baby. On and
On and off.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, the game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning the last time they met.
Hey, boo-boo. Hi, DJ. I don't want to scare you. There's a kid out there with a giant cutout of your head. Just thought you should know.
Boo-boo, I see this all the time.
Well, yeah, at home. But this is the first time you ever seen one on the road, right?
Guess, I don't know.
Look, I just want you to be aware so that way if you look in the stands and see a silly mug staring back at you, you won't get scared. I mean, it's not like you got a pretty face like old boo-boo.
Right.
Yeah.
sit down.
We are live from Boston for an Eastern Conference contest with the Celtics. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And also joining us on the sidelines, the league's most valuable player in 2004, Kevin Garnett. KG, it is great to have you with us.
Okay, how you been, man? It's good to see you,
Waiting
man.
for you to sit right here next to us. That's what I've been waiting for.
Man, thank you for having me, man. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Can't wait to get inside your impressions of this game. It'll be a lot of fun. The Bulls are in the midst of a road trip going into this one. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
Yeah, and looking to stay unbeaten against this team. A win here would get them off to a 2-0 start in this 4-game season series.
You know, they really dominated aspects of that first matchup, and a victory tonight would keep the momentum going in their favor.
And before this game gets going, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Fred Hoiberg. David.
Well, guys, when I asked him what impressed him the most about today's opponent, he immediately referred to the explosiveness on their offense. He said they have so many different ways to hurt you that it's impossible to take away everything. It's just about damage control. And he acknowledged they've got a big job to do defensively. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And KG, so great to see you. It takes me back. It really does.
A lot of people don't know, man. We got real original ties, man.
Back to the beginning.
95, man. My original man right here.
Here he was, man. You were a thrill a minute, I'll tell you that.
Man,
a thrill a minute.
Now look at us. 21 years later, dog. Man, can you believe
We're still
this?
standing.
We are. They haven't caught on yet. Don't say anything.
Shh, okay.
Keep it between us.
Okay. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Payne out there with Dwayne Wade. Then it's DJ. Then there's Nikola Mirotic. And it's Pondexter in at the small forward position. Kevin, we see some coaches get extremely emotional on the sideline. Others take a more even-keeled approach, more calm on the sideline. Which coaching style would you prefer to play for when you were in your prime? Did you want a coach who was animated, or did you want a coach that was just kind of settled on the sideline?
You know what? I like the coach that was settled on the sideline. You know, I like to think that great coaches are going to be able to coach you in practice, and then during the games, you know, it's about the product and what you put out on the floor. You know, coaches that have understanding, coaches that have vision, coaches that understand the game, understand that it's a game of runs, know that it's a game of momentum, and have plays for those momentums and those times, or coaches that I've always gravitated to and understood that
like Doc was kind of in between, wasn't he? Little bit of emotion, but he could also have a calm demeanor on that side.
Doc was on fire. I'm sorry. Doc, there was nothing calming about Doc.
I'm trying to cover Doc's back here.
No, shout to Doc. Doc will rip your head off if you wasn't supposed to. But you know what? You needed to play with that edge. You needed to know that if you wasn't in your spot, 1 through 15, you understood that you were supposed to be there, and it's good to play with that. I think that you don't want to be out there playing like, this is no big deal. Every play is a big deal. And no play, absolutely. And you know what? That severity, and you play with that importance, and, knowing that you're playing for the next guy. So, that's important.
Kevin, especially back in Minnesota, you have some Hall of Fame battles with a guy named Tim Duncan. Talk about what those games, what those matchups were like.
Timmy's very crafty, man. Our battles used to be just, especially as young guys, man. Young guys trying to establish themselves in a gritty league at the time, full of some older, dominant names at the time. Michael Jordan, Elijah Malone. The time where the forward position was a very, very tough position. Timmy was one of them ones, man. Used angles very well. Was very long. Had a lot of counters. Very strong, and had an inner beast that people really didn't really talk about because you didn't really necessarily hear or see it. But man, Timmy's one of the best, man. It's not by coincidence. He's one of the ones.
Here's Morris. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Yeah, a dominant win for them their last time in this matchup. And what jumps off the stat page was their advantage on the board.
I think the goal always is to control the glass if you can. It ends up giving you extra possessions that typically lead to extra points.
And when you watch Marcus Smart, you can see just how strong he can be on the defensive end. Why do you think, KG, he is such an impactful defender?
Marcus Smart, he rarely gambled. If you watch him play defense, he's very solid. He takes up space. When these point guards now, they want to be able to have space to be able to create. He gives you one direction. You know what?
He anticipates well.
He anticipates well. More importantly, he's very smart. He understands the whistle. He understands hard fouls. He knows when to foul hard, when not to. And on the offensive end, too, he'll hit a three. He's a gutsy player. On the defensive end, he'll take charges. He'll do little tangible stuff that a lot of guys won't do. Man, you need a smart on your team to do the small things if you're trying to really win.
And the smart things, right?
The smart things. Yeah. Only you, K-Hard.
No, come on. I just got that from you. What are you talking about? You said it. I just
classic.
I just repeated it right
classic
there.
2K. Classic 2K K-Hard right there. You lit, K. You lit.
Because I'm next to you.
You lit. I'm telling you lit.
Come on.
Hey.
Al Horford, a player who doesn't dominate any one category as a big man, but KG he has very few weaknesses. He's fundamentally sound.
He's very effective, man. Al Horford knows what he is. He's very solid with what he does, sets great picks. He's able to create space between him and his defender. If you watch him, he's gotten better with his shot. He's gotten better with his three-point shot. He's able to shoot it at rapid style now. Being in Atlanta, being in a kind of a system where he was able to play kind of four guys, one in, and he would be more perimeter. He's really developed a perimeter shot now. It's really helped him. Now he's able to put the ball on the floor with a shot fade and go to the basket, make, other passes to guys. Really helped that whole system up there. Boston is a threat, but without Al Horford's play, his inside play, and his, able to go out and hit threes, they're not the same team without him.
Quality person, too.
Absolutely,
yes.
Man. No better locker room leader. He's one of these guys that, when you talk about men, you want to know that men can stand up and speak like men. He's one of those guys. He's one of those guys that's going to put on the table, and we are going to be in here speaking as men as it should be.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Yabusele comes in for Morris. Brown, he's checked in for Marcus Smart. And it's Rozier in for Kyrie Irving. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Portis, he's checked in for Mirotic. Justin Holiday comes in for Quincy Pondexter. Wells, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Levine subbed in for Payne. He gets that one. Wells has got his first bucket of the night.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Rozier kicks to Brown. And it's DJ with the rebound. All players have fans, Greg, but some players just have a gravity to them, and it's safe to say DJ is one of them. You see plenty of kids in his jersey, and he has quickly become one of the more recognizable faces in the league.
And when you combine his personality and interest in music with what he can do on the floor, it is a marketing firm's dream. And after talking to DJ a few times, he comes off as a very genuine person, and it's easy to see why the fans flock to him.
4 on the clock, expanding his range. Chicago grabs the miss. DJ's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Down low. The kick out to Holiday. No good from outside. Brown outside. Shoots from 14. That shot misses. DJ, he's been the guy making things happen for the Chicago Bulls. His performance that quarter has earned him a double-double. Seems like he's been everywhere in this game. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And the Bulls guys have a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Chicago making some changes. The Bulls leading by 4. Taking a look at the Bulls. Quincy Pondexter out there with Mirotic. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then it's Payne. And it's DJ in at the 5, roaming the paint. Inside. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Cavaliers was all business. He finished with 30 points, and as he always seems to do, piled up rebound after rebound. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, you do wonder, though, Greg, does he still have some of the adrenaline going from that performance? No matter how tired he is, he should have plenty of energy coming off that.
And really, the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Well, listen, we know DJ's popular with his teammates, and it's not just about his great basketball play. This guy always comes with great music in the locker room. That's important.
Irving for three. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points, coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, there's no doubt. They were sharp on the offensive end. The bench guys just did a sensational job bringing their A game.
KG, I know you can't stay any longer. You've got to move on, but we appreciate your time, and it's always great to see you.
Kev, anytime, man. It's great to see you, man. Anytime you need me, you let me know, man. I'm yours.
Former MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and champion Kevin Garnett. And Doris, one of the things that really strikes me about KG, he's as smart as he is athletically gifted. What a treat to have him join us tonight.
Well, I'm in awe of his enthusiasm. And it's not just when he's talking, but when others are talking as well. There's so much life to the conversation. Everything he brought to the court for 21 years, he now brings to the booth. Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Payne passes to DJ. Uses the glass to finish the layup. DJ's got 20.
I'll tell you, we know DJ's capable of putting on a great one-man show, either with his music or with his basketball, and this has been a heck of a show tonight.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, scoring has not been an issue. How are you getting those looks that you want?
I appreciate it, DA. You know, my teammates have done a great job of finding me whenever I get a gap in space. You know, I know as long as I keep moving, I keep hustling, you know, they'll set me up in a position to score. And, you know, fortunately, I've been able to get a few to fall in my way the first half.
Well, it's been more than luck. You've done a great job. See you in the second half. Kevin?
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You look at DJ in this game, he's been everywhere.
And how about that? Already through 2 quarters and some change, he's got a double-double.
I'll tell you, he took over the game in that first half, Greg. They really have got to find a way to slow this guy down.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for Boston. Morris is the 4 with Horford in the middle. Smart is out there with Irving, and it's Hayward in at the 3. Doris is a former guard. You know how much energy it takes to run a team and think a game as well as score. I mean, there's a lot on your plate at that position. But backcourt guys get an advantage of playing with a consistently high motor.
Well, Russell Westbrook, in addition to his ferocity, seems to be able to sustain his level of energy across a 48-minute game. I feel like the guy never gets a rest, so he's one high motor guy. I'll tell you a guy who doesn't do it the same way, but still it's required that he has a level of endurance that maybe would shock people, is James Harden. Like, the guy has the basketball in his hands. He's #1 priority in terms of the defensive scout. So Russell Westbrook and James Harden, though they go about the job differently, both are phenomenal at having a great endurance and having the ball so much.
Outside Irving. boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And with all the talk about Kyrie coming to Boston, you still have to figure how he'll fit in to the team. Has this year and next left on his contract, player option after that. But with his scoring and shooting, should make this offense even more potent.
The Celtics making a switch here. Rozier's checked in. Count that one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And when you put a player of Kyrie's ability into this Boston system, you have to expect good things. Irving does so much for himself and others. The longer he plays with the team, I think the more comfortable he'll become.
Some changes for Boston. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Yabusele comes in for Marcus Morris. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Irving. And the Bulls making a change also. Justin Holiday's checked in for Quincy Pondexter. Right side Holiday. Second shot opportunity. And DJ with the nice bucket inside. DJ's got 24.
Well, he's kept them in balance tonight. This guy's shooting has put them in front.
Here's the screen. Hayward passes to Yabusele. Back to Hayward. There's the triple, and the 3-ball is good. Hayward's got 5 now.
Gordon Hayward is elusive. This guy can shake free, get his way to the 3-point line, and look out.
Wells wide open. Knocks down the 3-ball. And the Bulls lead by 10.
And that was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
But both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arc.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
Well, he just works so diligently inside, and the numbers back that up.
For 3, Levine, and the Bulls another 3.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
There's a screen. Rozier kicks to Brown. And it's DJ with the rebound.
Well, I think the defense took that possession off. I'm pretty sure he won't miss next time.
Levine dishes to DJ. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. 26 points for DJ.
Yeah, Levine finding the open man. The difference for him right now, playing under control. I think, Kev, you look at the Celtics offense, not a lot of points in the paint or free throw attempts. They're very perimeter oriented.
Lopez outside. Here's Wells. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
Boy, what a tough night. Imagine what their lead would be if he were having a better night from the field.
The pass to Yabusele. Here's Rozier, guarded by Levine. And it's Baines missing.
The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job.
Levine kicks to Holiday. Pass to DJ. Wells in the corner. Knocks down the 3-ball. Wells has got 10 points.
After hitting nothing from downtown in the first half, that's his second make since.
They set the screen. The screen from Brown. Rozier kicks to Hayward. No good from outside.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And Wells has a fearless streak to him. When he's driving inside, he's great at seeking out contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
The Bulls leading by 11. So for Chicago right now, they've got DJ. Portis is out there with Quincy Pondexter. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Payne in at the 1. DJ passes to Pondexter. From outside off the mark. And DJ throws it down.
Boy, Kev, how good is it to see DJ work that hard to get into position for an offensive rebound? Really pays off for him.
Now, here is Irving. Passes to Horford. There's the pick. Hayward dishes to Horford. Here's Smart. Off target with the open look.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Wade. Goes back up, and it's sent back by Horford.
How about the timing by Al Horford? Twice on the pipes, sends it back.
Pick by Horford. Dishes it to Irving. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
And there's the feed to Pondexter. Payne kicks to DJ. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Chicago making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. Unloads from 13. And it's put back up and in by Wade.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pick by Horford. Smart with the ball. Hayward outside. Tries from 16. That shot no good. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to the Knicks in New York. And stolen by Hayward. And Smart with a clear path to the hoop. And slam dunk by Smart.
Well, that's a case, Kevin, where Marcus Smart is anticipating that pass. He jumps into the passing lane and uses his terrific speed. That's beautiful.
Lopez, a screen on Irving. Back to Pondexter. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Good work defensively by Horford.
I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
They set the pick. Pick by Horford. Nobody near Irving. And a miss there on the triple. Chicago leading by 10. Wade passes to Lopez. To the paint. And DJ throws it down.
You know, how about the big fella making the right play there to create that bucket?
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're trailing by 12. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, DJ.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list. Boston making a switch here. Morris is checked in, and the Bulls making a change here as well. Mirotic is checked in for Lopez. Irving kicks to Smart. Horford sets a screen for Smart. They set the screen. Hayward outside. From the stripe, and it's good off the back rim and in.
Well, no hesitation from Gordon Hayward. When he gets a clean look from the mid-range, just turn the lights out, Kev.
1:10 left to play here in the fourth. Chicago leading by 10.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Bulls.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DJ.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Horford. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
A three-pointer off the mark. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Now here's Payne. He's covered by Irving. Now Payne. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Fantastic game. Listen, Ernie and the guys want to talk to you at the studio.
Let's do it.
You know the drill.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Shaquille O'Neal to my right, Kenny the Jet Smith on my left, right here in the middle, I'm Ernie Johnson. And a chance now to head down to the locker room for our postgame interview.
Hey, this is Shaq. Big shout out for the way you lit up and still control the boards. Are you pleased with the inside presence of your team?
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. You know, one thing that we strive for as a team is just to have an edge on the glass and to close out those possessions quickly. And, you know, I thought we did a great job of that as a team tonight, and the points were just an added bonus.
Great job, Windex, my guy.
And that's going to do it for tonight. For Kenny, for Shaq, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he is, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night. We'll see you again soon.